Good lighting in the kitchen is essential for the user to feel comfortable while performing all tasks. In the same way, lighting can turn a common kitchen into an extraordinary one. So if you want your kitchen or your projects to go from being a conventional design to something extraordinary, this video is for you. Today's video is special. Apart from the fact that lighting is one of my favorite topics, I will show you how to develop a lighting plan. I will talk about the different layers, use light as a design element, decorative lamps, and much more. At the end of the video, I will give you 4 fundamental and essential recommendations to develop a lighting plan like a pro. Take a pencil and paper because as a lighting designer, I will share valuable information with you. Are you ready? Let's get started. The lighting of a kitchen must be flexible since it must adapt to each of the tasks that take place there. It must be a bright place with well-distributed lighting that ensures a safe and pleasant development. In a contemporary design, lighting is crucial to elevate the aesthetics of the space, but more importantly, the user experience within the kitchen. The kitchen is a room where you can really shine with your lighting plan. But to achieve this, it is important to have a combination of different lighting effects. No single source of light can provide the necessary light for a kitchen. A well-lit kitchen blends different layers of light and lamps. We need different points of light and different types of lamps in the space to complement each other. In a kitchen, we must mix ambient light, accent light, and task light. Let's see the function of each one and how to include them in a kitchen. Let's start with the ambient lighting layer. As its name indicates, the ambient light serves to illuminate the space in a general way. This is the main source of light. This layer must be distributed as evenly as possible from the ceiling. However, it can be reinforced with other types of lamps such as pendant lamps, LED strips, etc. This layer is a soft light that illuminates the floor and walls so you can easily enter, exit, and navigate the kitchen. When distributing lamps on the ceiling, they don't necessarily have to be placed in a grid. It's important to place them to illuminate the upper cabinets to ensure an adequate lighting level when looking for utensils inside the cabinets. Today's example is a kitchen designed more than 35 years ago. To distribute the ambient light on the ceiling, I designed a false ceiling. I took advantage of the new ceiling design so that the cabinet seemed to reach the ceiling. I reinforced the downlights with a LED strip, which provides homogeneous lighting, contributing to the space's ambient light and the upper cabinet's lighting. In this example, we see how different light sources complement each other to create the ambient lighting layer. After we have the general lighting of the space, we must reinforce the work areas. Although the ambient light is used to see and comfortably navigate the kitchen, it is not enough for working areas, like the countertop or specific areas where we carry out delicate tasks such as cooking, washing, or preparing food. The ambient light will cause shadows in these areas. Even our own bodies can generate uncomfortable shadows on the work surfaces. To avoid this, it's necessary to include a second lighting layer, the task lighting. This layer will illuminate work surfaces and cabinetry properly, so you can safely prepare meals, read recipes, cooking food, and so on. Common kitchen task lighting options include LED strips or specialized lamps to be placed under the cabinet. Under cabinet lights are the most functional and necessary layer in a kitchen. It must be the brightest lighting layer. In the example, I took advantage of the false ceiling and the volume above the cabinets to bring electricity under the cabinets. I made a hole to allow the electrical cable to pass through and connect an LED strip that mounts linearly with an aluminum channel. This prevents the light from hitting the eyes directly and the LED points from being reflected on the countertop and backsplash. I added a wooden tap to the cabinets to avoid seeing the light source and guarantee a cleaner and more integrated design. It should be noted that the design of this kitchen is 35 years old. In case you are designing a new kitchen, don't forget that it's necessary to have the electrical installation available to be able to distribute the light optimally. Thus, avoid having to break walls or ceilings or expose cables and fixtures after construction is complete. When designing this space, think about your lighting plan. Accent lighting adds dimension and interest to the space. It serves to elevate aesthetics and emphasize elements of interest. It can be tableware, a plant, baskets, artwork, cutting boards, an accent wall, or any other element of your decoration. Just make sure the lighting makes them stand out and shine. It should be noted that one light source can be part of a different lighting layer. For example, task lighting positioned under the cabinet serve to illuminate the workspace correctly. Still, at the same time, it can be used to emphasize the backsplash material. The important thing is to achieve lighting effects that give life to a perfect lighting plan using ambient lighting, a lighting layer that allows you to do tasks comfortably, and light that allows you to emphasize specific elements in the space. When it comes to lighting, we cannot stop talking about decorative lamps. However, it is not an obligation to use them. Decorative lamps are those that, apart from offering us a luminous effect, contribute to the space's aesthetics. There are decorative lamps in different shapes and styles for the kitchen, such as pendant lamps, wall sconces, or ceiling lights. In addition to lighting up a certain area, its objective is to beautify the kitchen thanks to the shape and materials that create it. You can incorporate decorative lamps on kitchen island, around the area of the sink, or in a special area where we want to add an attractive element. By the way, I have a video explaining how to select the different lamps, both decorative and architectural. It would be of great help to complement your knowledge and know which type of lamp is ideal for each situation. I leave you the link here and in the description box below. Now I want to give you tips and recommendations that will help you even more to elevate your kitchen's lighting design. Don't put all the lights on a single circuit, as this will limit the flexibility of your space. What I like to do is group the lamps by layer and put them in different circuits so that each one can be controlled to create the ideal scene as the case may be. So you can turn on the task light when you are cooking or only turn on the ambient lighting to allow general visibility at night for basic tasks, like drinking water or taking something to the kitchen. Tip number 2, don't leave visible cables. One of the things that I consider the most aesthetically important when planning a space's lighting is to make sure that no cables or light sources like LED strips are exposed to the user's eyes. The cables or visible LED strips ruin the visual order of the composition. Those kinds of details are responsible for breaking the design of a space. Tip number 3, lighting control. Nowadays, technology allows us to control our lighting plan easily. It's true that it is very convenient to say, "Alexa, turns on the kitchen." But for me, the most important thing about having smart lighting is the possibility of creating different atmosphere in the same space. With a smart lighting plan, you can control the brightness, color temperature, or design a specific scene using some of your lighting sources. all possible from your smartphone. Apart from being comfortable, this allows you to set the space according to the activity you will carry out, making it possible to use light as a design element. My last tip is to be creative. Lighting fixtures are becoming more accessible and versatile. With what we have in the market, you can achieve incredible designs. For example, with a LED strip of 50 or 20 bucks, you can achieve an impeccable lighting effect. The important thing is that you use your creativity and use light as part of the design, not as something functional and boring that only serves to see. Light in interior design is more than that. I hope that in your next project, if it's a kitchen or another area, you will remember me. Let's recap what we have learned today. Remember to blend the different lighting layers: ambient light, task light, and accent light. Guarantee that your design fulfills its function and elevates the aesthetics of the space. If you want, include decorative lamps, but first evaluate your interior style to select the shape and color to complement your space. Don't leave cables, LED strips, or electrical connections visible. Remember that technology allows you to control the lighting conditions. Use it to your advantage. And don't forget that lighting is part of the design. Use light to take the aesthetics and experience of your spaces to another level, be it a new project or renovation. This has been all for today, guys. If you liked this video or if you want to know more about lighting, smash the like button. It's the best way to support my channel. I recommend that you watch next these two videos about lighting because both will help you to take your space design to another level. Remember to follow me on my personal Instagram where I share valuable information about interior design, architecture, and lighting. Have a beautiful week. See you in the next one.